Hi, I'm Peter J. Ray. Welcome to Adventures in History. Today's topic is Amazing Amphibians Poetic Tour. The American bullfrog. This creature is native to eastern North America. It typically inhabits large permanent bodies of water such as swamps, ponds, and lakes. The bullfrog gets its name from the sound the male makes during the breeding season, which sounds similar to a bull bellowing. The bullfrog is large and is commonly eaten throughout its range, especially in the southern United States, where they are plentiful. Bullfrogs have a voracious appetite. They are very skittish and difficult to capture. Maximum lifespan in the wild is estimated to be 8 to 10 years, but one frog lived for almost 16 years in captivity. Bullfrogs are voracious, opportunistic ambush predators that prey on any small animal they can overpower and stuff down their throats. Bullfrogs are able to capture large, strong prey because of the powerful grip of their jaws after the initial ranid tongue strike. Bullfrogs are able to jump distances 10 times their body length. The American bullfrog is the state amphibian in the United States for Missouri, Ohio, and Oklahoma. What an amazing creature, even for someone just coming out of a coma. The Tanger Salamander. This creature is one of the largest terrestrial salamanders in North America. They grow to a length of 6 to 8 inches with a lifespan of around 12 to 15 years. They have short snouts, thick necks, strong legs, and lengthy tails. The Tanger Salamander is the state amphibian for the U.S. state of Illinois. It is a secretive creature that spends most of its life underground in burrows, making him difficult to spot. They need loose soil for burrowing. This creature is almost entirely terrestrial. As adults, they only return to water to breed. The Tanger Salamander eats worms, snails, insects, and slugs in the wild. What a delightful amphibian! Everyone can enjoy them, not only a child. The northern leopard frog. This frog is native to Canada and the United States. It is the state amphibian of Minnesota and Vermont. They are found in ponds, swamps, marshes, and slow-moving streams. In the summer, they often abandon ponds and move to grassy areas and lawns. This frog is preyed upon by snakes, raccoons, and other frogs. They eat crickets, flies, worms, and smaller frogs. Using their large mouths, they can even swallow birds and garter snakes. Northern leopard frogs do well as a beginner pet. This creature lives from the Great Slave Lake in Hudson Bay, Canada, south to Kentucky and New Mexico, USA. What a wonderful being! Seeing one makes one's day. The Spotted Salamander. The Spotted Salamander is common in the eastern United States and Canada. It is the state amphibian in the U.S. for the states of Ohio and South Carolina. They are stout and have wide snouts. This animal usually makes its home in hardwood forest areas with vernal pools. They spend most of their time underground. If a predator dismembers a leg or tail, the spotted salamander can grow back a new one. This creature has been known to live up to 32 years. What a fine life form! For the spotted salamander, let's all give 3 cheers. The Eastern Newt. The Eastern Newt is a common newt of eastern North America. It frequents small lakes, ponds, and streams or nearby wet forests. They are common aquarium pets. This creature is at home in both coniferous and deciduous forests. They need a moist environment with either a temporary or permanent body of water and thrive best in a muddy environment. What a swell creature! A sight of which would certainly produce merriment. The wood frog. The wood frog lives in the United States from the boreal forest of the north to the southern Appalachian Mountains. This creature is known for its freeze tolerance, peat bog habitat, and long-range movements. The wood frog has been proposed to be the official state amphibian of New York. Adult wood frogs spend summer months in moist woodlands, forested swamps, ravines, or bogs. This creature can tolerate the freezing of their blood and other tissues. They can survive many freeze-thaw events during winter. If no more than about 65% of the total body water freezes. What a delightful creature! One that certainly pleases. The African clawed frog. This creature's name is derived from the three short claws on each hind foot, which it uses to tear apart its food. The African clawed frog is found throughout much of sub-Saharan Africa, including Nigeria and Sudan to South Africa. This frog is tongueless, toothless, and completely aquatic. They use their hands to shove food in their mouths and down their throats. This creature has powerful legs for swimming and lunging after food. During times of drought, the African clawed frog can burrow themselves into the mud, becoming dormant for up to a year. They shed their skin every season and eat their own shed skin. Clawed frogs have powerful legs that help them move quickly both underwater and on land. Several African clawed frogs were aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour in 1992 to study whether reproduction and development could occur in zero gravity. This creature is extremely hardy and long-lived, having been known to live up to 20 or even 30 years in captivity. Oh, how enjoyable it is to learn about frogs. What a fascinating activity! The American toad. The American toad is a common species of toad found throughout the eastern United States and Canada. They can live almost anywhere, ranging from forests to backyards. They are common in gardens and agricultural fields. They have red and yellow warts. American toads are mainly nocturnal. They are most active when the weather is warm and humid. Contrary to folk belief, you will not get warts if you touch a toad. Oh, what a relief! Off my mind, a load. The Hellbender. This creature is also known as the Hellbender Salamander and is endemic to the eastern and central United States. The name Hellbender probably comes from the animal's odd look. According to the Missouri Department of Conservation, one theory claims the Hellbender was named by settlers who thought, quote, it was a creature from hell, where it's bent on returning. Some believe the undulating skin of a hellbender reminded observers of horrible tortures of infernal regions. It is also called snot otter, lasagna lizard, devil dog, Allegheny alligator, and mud dog. The hellbender is the Pennsylvania official state amphibian. One imagines sighting a hellbender in a region considered Stygian. The green frog. The green frog is native to eastern North America. This creature lives in freshwater ponds, roadside ditches, lakes, swamps, streams, and brooks. They are opportunistic and will colonize swimming pools. Most often seen resting along the shore, they leap into the water when approached. Tadpoles sun themselves in shallow water, retreating into deeper water when disturbed. What a wonderful creature! It's very importante that they be preserved. The Mexican walking fish. The Mexican walking fish is a salamander. It is not a fish, but an amphibian. It was originally found in several lakes near Mexico City, Mexico. Their limbs are underdeveloped and possess long, thin digits. Their primary method of feeding is by suction. This creature can regenerate a lost limb or tail. It is a popular exotic pet. In 2020, the Mexican walking fish was depicted on Mexico's 50-peso banknote. What an amazing creature! If I saw one, I surely would gloat. The cane toad. This toad is a native of Central America. It is the world's largest toad. Its toxic skin can kill many animals, both wild and domesticated. Its name is derived from its use against the cane beetle, which damages sugarcane. It is also called giant toad and marine toad. Human deaths have been recorded due to the consumption of cane toads. This creature is capable of inflating its lungs, puffing up and lifting its body off the ground to appear taller and larger to a potential predator. What an interesting animal! The cane toad is a real character. The clown frog. The clown frog originated in Central America. It is critically endangered, and the small population is in Costa Rica. It enjoys mountains. This creature is found on rocks or in crevices along streams. It is primarily terrestrial, entering the water only during breeding season. This frog is slow-moving and often remains in the same area for long periods of time. Let's hope it can survive. If the clown frog became extinct, that would be a crime. The mountain yellow-legged frog. This creature lives in California, USA. It is endangered. The mountain yellow-legged frog lives in creeks, lakes, streams, and pools, preferring sunny areas. It can remain under the water for a very long time. It eats beetles, ants, bees, wasps, flies, and dragonflies. What a wonderful frog! It's a real prize. The Red Back Salamander. This creature lives in the eastern part of the United States and Canada. It is small and lives under rocks, logs, bark, and other debris. It is numerous. Due to their lack of lungs, the red-backed salamander needs to live in damp or moist habitats in order to breathe. This salamander can evade predators by dropping all or part of their tail in the event of an attack. They live to fight another day and wait for their payback. The common frog. This creature is found in Europe and Asia. They have corpulent bodies with a rounded snout and long hind legs adapted for swimming in water and hopping on land. Some frogs are killed, but rarely eaten by domestic cats, and large numbers are killed on roads by motor vehicles. Garden ponds are extremely important for common frogs, particularly in urban areas, or in an urban area. What a wonderful animal! For amphibian lovers, the sight of a common frog could induce a state of hysteria. The western toad. This creature is large and lives in western North America. It can jump a considerable distance. The western toad is robust and has dry, warty skin. They are often found basking on rocks and logs at the edge of water. Toads are slow-moving and are frequently run over by traffic as they cross roads at night. Oh, let's try to not run over toads while driving. They're so nice. Let's try with all our might. The rough-skinned newt. This amphibian lives in North America and is known for the strong toxin exuded from its skin. They are found throughout the Pacific Northwest. Their toxins are used as a defense against predators. The rough-skinned newt prefers slow-moving, quiet water, but can be found on land away from water, under logs or rocks. They are Washington State's most poisonous newt. What a wonderful creature! The rough-skinned newt is really cute. The Spring Peeper. This creature is a small chorus frog found throughout the eastern United States and Canada. They are so called because of their chirping call that marks the beginning of spring. They have large toe pads for climbing, although they are more at home amid the loose debris of the forest floor. They require marshes, ponds, or swamp regions to support the aquatic environment the eggs and tadpoles need. The spring peeper has a high-pitched call similar to that of a young chicken. They are among the first frogs to call in the spring. As a chorus, they resemble the sound of sleigh bells. The spring peeper can live an estimated 3 years in the wild. What a happy creature! So wholesome and mild. The common mud puppy. This creature is a salamander and lives an entirely aquatic lifestyle in parts of North America, in lakes, rivers, and ponds. They are nocturnal and come out during the day only if the water in which they live is murky. The average lifespan of a mud puppy in the wild is 11 years. Mud puppies have small, flattened limbs which can be used for slowly walking on the bottoms of streams or ponds, or they can be flattened against the body during short swimming spurts when they swim with a fish-like movement of their bodies. What a unique creature! An amphibian for all. The mud puppy is everybody's. The fire salamander. This creature is the best-known salamander in Europe. Fire salamanders can have a very long lifespan. One lived in Museum König in a German natural history museum for more than 50 years. They live in Central Europe forest and are more common in hilly areas. They spend much of their time hidden under wood. The fire salamander is active at night, but on rainy days they are active in the daytime as well. This creature can secrete a toxin which is dangerous to human life. Golly, let's enjoy the fire salamander at a distance and avoid the possibility of strife. The pickerel frog. This creature lives in North America and appears to have hand-drawn squares on its dorsal surface. They enjoy living in rocky ravines, bogs, and meadow streams. During the winter, they hibernate under silt. In case of attack, the pickerel frog emits a skin secretion which is toxic to predators. When threatened, this creature will jump into the water and dive to the bottom. What an interesting amphibian. The pickerel frog is really awesome. The Oregon spotted frog. This amphibian lives in the Pacific Northwest of North America, in the U.S. states of Washington and Oregon and British Columbia, Canada. The Oregon spotted frog is highly aquatic and seldom strays from standing water. Mats of aquatic vegetation are used for basking on and escaping danger by diving beneath the cover of the vegetation. This creature is an endangered species due to dam construction, alteration of drainage patterns, dewatering due to urban and agricultural use of water, excessive livestock grazing, and other human activities that reduce or eliminate shallow water. Let us all work to preserve the Oregon spotted frog. For everyone, for our son and daughter. The gray tree frog. This amphibian lives in the eastern part of the United States and Canada. They can change color from gray to green or brown, depending on the background where they are sitting. They can change from nearly black to nearly white. The gray tree frog can survive freezing to as cold as -8 degrees Celsius. It is most common in forested areas. They are strictly nocturnal and often call in response to thunder. What a fine amphibian! The gray tree frog is a real wonder. Well, that concludes today's presentation. You might consider checking out our website, Adventures in History with Peter J. Ray at peterjray.com. So far, we've made quite a few videos, 709 in 7 areas: world history, American history, book reviews, poetic tours, Cleveland baseball, family history, and autobiography. If you live in Metro Manila, Philippines, and are looking for a high school, you might consider Restless Educational Center. Restless is located on Allenby Street in Barangay Maytunas, San Juan, Metro Manila, not far from the corner of P. Guevara and Wilson Street. At Restless, we specialize in helping young people who have had difficulty in the larger traditional high schools. We are more than a school, we are a warm, supportive community, and we strive to be creative and innovative so the students enjoy going to school and enjoy learning. And the website is restceleste.education, RESALEST. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.